So the very first video I did on this channel was for a film called Seven, one of my favorite films of all time, if not my actual favorite film of all time. You can check that review there. And I love crime thrillers, crime dramas, mystery, that kind of thing going on with like a creepy serial killer and it's got to be solved and it's kind of got twists and turns in it. So on HBO Max, the new Denzel movie, Little Things, premiered on Friday. And, it's kind of like Seven. If I had to compare it to Seven, I'd say it's like 7 minus 6. We're about to get into it here on Film Fan next. Hey, welcome to Film Fan, my channel where I discuss all things film related, and my passion for such things. If that is also your thing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, along with the notification bell, so you know when I put up new content. I really appreciate it. All right, so I'm a few days late with this. This premiered on HBO and in theaters on Friday. And, honestly, I don't feel like I missed the boat on this one. I probably could have waited another year, 2 years, 5 years to catch this. And I wouldn't have missed anything. So The Little Things is written and directed by John Lee Hancock. It stars Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Takes place in LA in 1990. Denzel Washington plays Joe Deacon and Rami Malek plays Jim Baxter. Now, Denzel Washington's character, Joe Deacon, is a former detective who is now just a deputy sheriff. And Jim Baxter, that's Rami Malek's character, is a lead detective, like head detective in LA County. Deacon finds himself paired up with Baxter working a case, a serial killer case. Some prostitutes are murdered, or there's one person murdered, and he's investigating that, and then it leads to there's another murder, and the two of them find themselves working together. Now, Deacon's past is kind of shady, and he had some issues in the past in the department, and people are looking for him to retire. He's kind of the frumpy old detective kind of thing going on here, as far as Denzel's character goes. And meanwhile, Rami Malek is the young sort of super promoted guy who's the lead detective now, and he actually has a job that Deacon had previously. So the two of them set out to try to, put their detective minds together, and, Denzel's wisdom and Rami Malek's young, youthful sort of go get him, I'm a smart guy kind of thing. They put their minds together, and it leads them to Jared Leto's character named Albert Sparma. Now, I caught the trailer for The Little Things when I was watching HBO Max, and I was watching another show called The Wire. You can check the video I did where I talked about some of those shows that I'm watching. And I saw this, and it's a Denzel Washington movie. I'm a Denzel Washington fan. And I see Rami Malek. I'm a Rami Malek fan. And Jared Leto. I'm a Jared Leto fan. More Denzel Washington fan, but the other two obviously are highly respected. And I enjoy both of them as actors, and I enjoy their work. Highly respected. And of course, as I mentioned, I like a good crime thriller kind of thing, mystery kind of thing. Unfortunately, this totally lacks on the delivery portion of that. I mean, this doesn't work for me. I mean, you've got 3 Oscar-winning actors here, and what do you get? Nothing. You would think 3 Oscar-winning actors, you'd be like, these guys, this is going to be a great film, right? 3 Oscar-winning actors. Nothing, nada, zilch. The whole creepy serial killer kind of thing where he's like a genius, but he's kind of creepy at the same time, and he's a weirdo, and they're on to him, but he's outpacing them every step of the way. It kind of just falls flat here. I don't want to necessarily blame Jared Leto for that. I think it's more a question of the script. Now, Denzel Washington is, Denzel Washington, and he does Denzel Washington here. So while he does a good job handling the material, it's nothing outstanding. It's nothing stellar for Denzel Washington. You're not going to remember this. As for Malek, I like Rami Malek, but I think he was poorly miscast here. I think he's underwhelming in the role. I don't believe him in the role. I don't think he has the gravitas to pull it off. And on top of that, maybe it's just me, but ever since his turn as Freddie Mercury, which he got his Oscar for, every time I look at him, all I see is the overbite, the teeth thing. Even without the prosthetic, the fake teeth that they used in Bohemian Rhapsody, I just see that overbite. I think Rami Malek has a natural overbite, which I guess helped him with that performance. But I keep seeing that, and it's just disturbing. That's just me, though. Look, there's no real ticking clock here, right? There's no pending doom. There's no thing happening where you feel like the serial killer is getting away with something and, oh my God, what are they going to do next? What's he going to do next? And that is critical. It's the little things. This is critical to a crime drama mystery kind of thriller. You need that element, and it just is not here. You never actually feel as if Sparma is like one-upping the bad guys, and he's kind of like taking them down some dark road, and somehow he's vesting them and one-upping them. You just don't feel like that. In fact, you don't even know if this guy is the bad guy. I mean, that's part of the story. I'm not giving any spoilers, but you don't even confirm that this guy actually is the bad guy because he doesn't actually do anything bad. And that just doesn't work for a crime thriller or something where you want the bad guy to be the bad guy and you want to see the cops try to catch up with him. You kind of want to see a chase. It doesn't happen here at all. Now, they try to give us some backstory regarding Denzel Washington and his, his failed marriage, and, his kids are older and out of the way, and he had a heart attack working on one of the previous cases he worked on, which is similar to this case. They're kind of connected. So he thinks, and it's just, you get some of that here, but it's nothing substantial to keep you really watching and make you really care about these characters. And it's nothing that has you on the edge of your seat. And again, this is a crime thriller mystery kind of thing. And even if you've got a slower pace or Zodiac kind of thing, you still need to feel that sense of urgency or some sense of, I really want to know what's going on here. Like, I'm into this. And that does not happen in this film. There's nothing new here. There's nothing original. The police crime work. I mean, I've seen better, crime dramas on Law and Order episodes. All right. There's nothing original. There's nothing really that makes you go, wow, here. And that's really it. I mean, going back to the Seven comparison, I know I compared it to Seven. How dare I? But yeah, there's even a scene where Jared Leto's character drives him out to like this desolate place, out in the sticks or in the desert somewhere. He drives Rami Malek's character out there, supposedly to locate another victim. I don't know if that's a spoiler. Is that a spoiler? Not really. Anyway, it's like a Seven-esque kind of scene, but falls flat again by 6 or 6.5. So really, but this is what this movie is. There's not much here. It's a wannabe Seven, I think, in some small way. And at the end of the day, this is the disturbing part to me. Again, I don't think this is spoiler, but at the end of the day, this is a film about a cop who at one point was a detective who did some shady cop shit, by accident, but it turned his life around, kind of messed him up a little bit and had an impact on him, and it haunted him for a long time, and it still kind of haunts him, but he's found ways to deal with it. So he gets with another cop who also has some shady cop shit going on, and he kind of helps that cop deal with the shady shit that he's going to go through and try to help him forget what's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. That sounded very confusing. I'm just saying it so I don't give any spoilers. There really is no fucking spoilers for this movie because it's just not, whatever. I could tell you the whole thing. It wouldn't spoil it for you because it's just not a great movie. All right. So that's my take on this. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. No, that's it. That's it. That's the movie. Honestly, if you didn't catch this, don't bother. It's not a big deal. You won't miss anything. It's a Denzel Washington film, Rami Malek, Jared Leto. If you like those guys that much and you're really, you're compelled to watch this, and go ahead and waste the 2 hours, whatever it is, and watch it. But if you miss it, you believe me, it'll be one of those things that falls to the wayside, and maybe down the road, years from now, if you happen to catch it, it's on whatever, and you're doing nothing, then go ahead and watch it. But honestly, it's not worth your time. It's not worth you watching it. I watched this whole thing thinking it's going to get better, and I'm sure there's people out there who think it's this witty, brilliantly written, profound crime drama, and there's all these things underneath. You can analyze shit and find out, these little messages and these things that you can tell from what's happening here. The backstory is so gripping, and it all ties together. It doesn't. It fucking doesn't. It just doesn't. All right. So, all right. That's my thing for Film Fan. That's my quick rant on the little things. Don't bother watching it. Just forget it. Find something else to watch. All right. Remember something. If you haven't seen a movie and it's 1 year old, 5 years old, 10 years old, you know the whole routine. If you've never seen it, it's a brand new movie to you. So go ahead and watch it. All right. Watch the movies. Love the movies. Find yourself in the movie. Lose yourself in the movies. I'll see you on the next Film Fan.